we're going to look at the default keyword in the context of a Java interface. The default keyword can also be used in the context of a switch statement, but it has a completely different purpose there, or fairly different. So in this particular scenario, we've got an interface we've created called accessible. It's designed to be applied to things that can be assessed. So, for example, exams, coursework. And in this particular example, we've got a method declared getScore that will be used to get the score for that particular piece of assessment, and another that returns true or false depending on whether or not that particular assessment has been passed. And in our particular example, we've got two classes that implement the interface. We have our essay class, and essay has a name and a score. You can see that getScore just returns the score field, and isPassed checks that the score is above or equal to 40. We've also got an exam class. An exam has a name and a score, but also got a duration. It's also got implementations for getScore, which returns score, and one for isPassed, which again calculates whether the score is greater than or equal to 40. So we've got the same kind of behavior. Now, it's obviously completely possible that there will be other assessment components with different pass marks. But what we can do, rather than have to implement essentially the same method twice, you can see is method score greater than 40 in exam, isPassed score greater than 40 in essay, is that we can create a default method. Now, if I start to try and write the logic for this abstract method here, and I say return, and we'll call the getScore method to get access to it and check that it's greater than or equal to 40, it's going to complain at me and say, well, you can't implement an abstract method. And this is where the default keyword comes in. We are saying instead, we're going to provide a default implementation which can be used by subclasses or classes that implement the accessible interface. This means I can now go to my essay class and remove the isPassed method. I can go to my exam class and remove the isPassed method, and my program will still work just as it did before. And the only reason we'd need to override that particular interface is if we wanted a different pass mark.